we are. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I want to introduce Michelle Byler.
No, I would like to.
Because I'm pretty sure we've just
Michelle
totally
Byler is here.
sabotaged her name every time we've said it, but it's Michelle Byler.
It is.
Byler. And she is with Area Agency on Aging. And you've been here before, but you have a special celebration coming up, I think. And
That's right.
Tell us about that.
Well, we've been around for 35 years now.
Mm-hmm.
So all of our counties that we serve, which it's 9 counties in Northwest Arkansas, are doing something different at each of the county offices to celebrate. And what we're doing here in Boone County is we're having an open house / 35th anniversary birthday party at our senior center, which is newly renovated, on August the 28th from 10 to 2. And so we would love for everybody to come out and enjoy some birthday cake and cupcakes and punch and some giveaway items and get to see the newly renovated senior center. They've expanded quite a bit, added a lot of space to the dining room. It's made it where there's now a dedicated exercise room, and there's another room where they've got gym equipment and weights, and it's just really
where
nice.
Is it located? And tell us what it does.
Okay, 1516 Rock Springs Road. So if you turn there by where they're building the Casey's, just like a block down on the left is where you'll see the senior center. And the senior center and the adult day center are there in the same building together, and so people will be able to tour both facilities. They're also welcome to come right across the street to the branch office, which is where I am, where we have other services as well.
Nice central location there then.
Right.
Okay.
As far as services go, it's probably easier to say what we don't do than it is to say everything that we do, because we serve the entire 60 and older population primarily. A lot of the folks that are more active enjoy activities at the senior center because they have lunch there every day. They also do the Meals on Wheels, or the home delivered meals come out of that facility.
And we see them go by here every day.
Right,
the office,
and there's a lot of volunteers who help with that, bringing meals to the homebound seniors in our community. They have a number of different exercise programs. They are officially a health and wellness center. Several of our seniors went through a special certification to get that, and so that's a pretty big deal. They also do different outings. They have a group called Off Our Rockers, which you may see.
I've seen them. They take extended trips.
They do.
Far away trips.
They do. They're, I believe the next trip that they're going on is to Savannah, Georgia. They're going this fall, and
hopefully no one gets arrested while they're down there.
Hopefully, I don't believe anyone has, but
they get a little wild when they get out.
They do. It's a good thing, though.
It's a good thing.
And then the Adult Day Center is also in that same building, and that's for the folks who need some supervision. Don't need to really be left at home. A lot of folks with Alzheimer's or other dementias will go there. People who maybe would benefit more from being out around other people than what they would from having care inside of their home, and are not really at that point where they need to be in a nursing home yet. That facility is available for them, and they engage in a lot of the same activities. They have the same lunch. They have volunteers come in, and they do music with them. They have karaoke. They play games. They just have a really good time. A lot of the folks who go there believe that they're there to volunteer and to help the other people. And so that works really well because it gets them involved. They'll give them jobs to do, and it's a really great resource for caregivers in our community. We don't realize how lucky we are to have that. There's one there, and there's one in Baxter County, and otherwise in Northwest Arkansas there's one in Bella Vista that's not affiliated with us, but that's it in terms of adult day centers, places where you can take your loved one during the day while you work or while you get a break.
That's interesting.
Wow.
That's cool.
So, like, what time can someone that may be particularly interested in the adult daycare, what time is it available?
They're open Monday through Friday from 7:30 to 5. So it works well for most people's work schedules. They do pick some people up as well, and other people will drop them off. You can't drive yourself to the adult day center because if you can drive yourself then you probably don't need to be on that end, but you need to go to the other.
What a wonderful time for older adults for a social atmosphere, and a lot of times people, as they get older, depression is part of that because they're losing a little independence or they just can't do what they used to do. And being amongst others of the same sort, then I think that would just be fabulous for them.
Oh, it really makes a huge difference. And of course, then out of our branch office, we provide the in-home services for folks that are needing to have help in their home, both through private pay and through Medicaid are the primary ways. We also do VA as well, and we have the case management services. We have medical equipment that allows people to continue to stay in their home, just the smaller things. We don't get into wheelchairs or oxygen or anything like that. And we have the we call them PERS units, personal emergency response systems, that are the buttons that you wear.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And you push and they plug into your phone line so that you know that someone's going to be able to answer if you are to fall.
Yeah.
We do legal services for people who are 60 and older through a grant that we have with Legal Aid. We ourselves do not
Right,
provide
but
the
still,
services.
the fact that you can help people with that is great.
Right. I have a caregiver support group that I lead, and I have caregiver grants that I give out also to folks who might not qualify for one of the Medicaid waiver services but are still in need of some way to have respite care. They're taking care of somebody who's 60 or older and they need a break.
Well, and you mentioned caregivers, obviously, that's a big responsibility. No matter what capacity they're using, it's just they need support.
It's a huge responsibility, and too many people try to continue to do it on their own and don't realize that there's help available. There's a lot of folks that we've had call whenever they're basically at their wit's end and didn't realize that there's programs out there to help them and that they wouldn't have had to get to this point.
Yeah.
Right.
And people have called here at the studio, had seen a segment, not so much on yours, but other ones, and we try to direct them on where to go. A lot of people just don't know. They're alone, and they think they're going to be alone, and they feel like there's no hope for any help whatsoever. But there's plenty of programs out there.
That's right, and you just have to look for it.
Yeah.
And if it's something that we don't provide, we'll help you find it.
Well, you're so connected with all the other agencies that you can probably say, well, you're fit in this category.
Right, right. And I'm part of the Boone County Resource Council, and that's the job of the Resource Council, is to connect people to all those other organizations that are out there that can help them if there's one in particular that can't.
Right.
Yeah, interesting. Well, the 35th anniversary celebration is coming up at the facility. Tell us again what time and the day.
At the Senior Center on August the 28th from 10 to 2.
Okay, and you'll come out and enjoy some cake and
then you have to be 60 to utilize this service, right?
Not exactly.
Oh.
Anybody can go to the Senior Center for lunch. If you're 60 and older, it's $3 for lunch. If you're under the age of 60, then it's $5.
Okay.
But it is primarily 60 and older. And as far as other services that we do, we also work with a different waiver program that's for adults with physical disabilities that are under the age of 65, that are 18 to 64. And so we are able to provide some services for people under 60, but it is primarily 60 and older.
And real quick, are you in need of volunteers for anything?
They can always use more volunteers at the Senior Center and at the Adult Day Center.
Okay. Well, there you go. This is something that's you've thought about or haven't thought about and think you would like to help, then contact Michelle Byler. Do you want to throw the number out again?
Sure, it's 743-1623.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Michelle. Appreciate
you.
all
Michelle.
the information.
all right.
All right.
Who's next?
Up next, we have Shannon Willis. Stay with us. I'm not telling what for.